Hello guys, good evening. So ang topic natin for today is Introduction to Calculus, which is Limits, Differentiation, Integration. Again, this is the free UPCAT review kung saan tinuturo ko sa inyo mga important concepts na alam kong lalabas sa UPCAT. So day 18 na tayo, malapit na tayo matapos. Ang topic natin sa mathematics ay ito. Tapos sa science naman, ang topic natin is astronomy. So start na tayo sa mathematics portion. So guys, actually wala masyadong calculus sa UPCAT, yun ang masasabi ko. Or wala talaga. Pero magamit nyo to sa ibang entrance exam naman. Well, UPCAT calculus items are usually conceptual and light lang sa computation. So the priority is building intuition for what a limit, a derivative, and an integral actually represent rather than memorizing long computational procedures. So yun nga, hindi nyo kailangan malaman kung paano ba talaga gamitin ang limits, ang derivatives, ang integrals pagdating dito sa mathematics portion ng UPCAT. Sa USTET siguro kailangan nyo, pero sa UPCAT hindi. So ano ba ang limit? A limit describes the value a function approaches as the input gets closer and closer to some number, written as this. Okay? Ganyan yung pagsulat sa kanya. Okay, limit of f of x as x approaches a. Ganyan yung pagbasa. It does not necessarily describe the value the function actually reaches at that point. Most limits can be solved with simple direct substitution. So substitution lang talaga yung need nyo kadalasan. Just plug the target value directly into the function and simplify nyo lang. If direct substitution produces the intermediate form 0 over 0, that is a signal to try factoring. Kaya nga guys, lagi ko sinasabi, focus on your fundamentals kasi sobrang daming factoring sa calculus, okay? Factoring muna. Factor mo muna expression, tapos i-cancel out mo kung anong term man yung nagkakos kung bakit 0 yung denominator. And tsaka mo lang siya i-substitute, okay? So, ito naman yung key concepts dyan. Meron ding analogy para sa ating limits plus worked example. Ayan. So, differentiation naman tayo. Differentiation naman is the process of finding a function's derivative, which represents the instantaneous rate of change of that function. Geometrically, guys, the slope of the line tangent to the function's graph at a given point. The single most important tool to know is the power rule, of course. The derivative of x raised to n is n times x raised to n minus 1, okay? Power rule yun. So, the derivative of 3x raised to 4 is 12x raised to 3. So, nakita nyo naman, di ba, nagumana to dito sa case na to. So, i-multiply mo lang yung value niya by the exponent and ma-minusan mo ng 1 yung exponent. And the derivative of any constant is always 0. Ibig sabihin, guys, pagtanungin kita, derivative of 3, that is 0. Since a constant never changes and therefore has 0 rate of change. Oh, okay. So, ayan ang ating key concepts, analogy plus worked examples. So, integration naman tayo. Integration naman, guys, is basically just the reverse of differentiation. And it is used most commonly to find the area under a curve. Since it undoes differentiation, the power rule simply runs in reverse. So, x sub n, dadagdagan mo ng 1 yung exponent and i-divide by that new exponent, giving x raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Wag mo kakalimutan yung plus c kasi constant yan. That's the constant of integration. It is essential and easy to forget, pero wag mo kakalimutan because the derivative of any constant is 0. Reversing the process can never recover what that original constant was. So a general unknown constant c must always be added back in. So ayan ang key concepts, analogy plus worked examples natin para sa mathematics portion. Okay, tapos na tayo doon sa mathematics portion, di ba? Basic lang. Ito naman tayo sa science portion, which is astronomy. The solar system and motions of the earth and moon. So guys, para ma-discuss natin to, kailangan muna natin malaman na ang sentro ng ating solar system is the sun. And that is a star powered by nuclear fusion, which contains more than 99% of the solar system's total mass. May nag-orbit na 8 planeta sa solar system natin, which are split into 2 families. The 2 families are called the terrestrial or the inner planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Yun yung mga maliliit may mga maliliit, mga mabibigat, and rocky with solid surfaces. Ang mga Jovian naman o mga outer planets ang tinatawag na gas giants. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are much larger, composed mainly of hydrogen and helium, and they lack a true solid surface. Kasi nga puro sila gas giant nga eh. Between Mars and Jupiter lies the asteroid belt, which is a region of rocky debris left over from the solar system's formation. Sa gitna daw ng Mars tsaka ng Jupiter, nandun yung asteroid belt. And ang asteroid belt is basically puro bato doon. Nanggaling yon sa pagkakagawa ng solar system. So, according to the International Astronomical Union or IAU, a full-fledged planet must number 1, orbit the sun, have enough mass to pull itself into a round shape, and have cleared its orbital neighborhood. Kaya nga na alis yung Pluto kasi hindi niya na-satisfy yung third category, which is clear this orbital neighborhood of other debris. Bodies like Pluto that meet the first two conditions but not the third are instead classified as dwarf planets. Okay? So, meron dito yung key concepts and may analogy pa plus word example. Okay? Okay. So, meron dito naman tayo sa motions of the Earth. Guys, Earth has two motions which are basically rotation and revolution. Ito maraming nalilito dito. So, ang rotation kasi guys it's the Earth spinning on its own axis. Ibig sabihin guys, the Earth is basically guys, ang rotation is ganito lang. Ganito. It takes approximately 24 hours to complete one full turn. This rotation is what causes the daily cycle of day and night. Kaya may araw at gabi tayo, that is because of the rotation of the Earth. Okay? Revolution naman guys is yung pag-ikot ng Earth sa Sun. Diba? Ito Earth to. Diba? Halimbawa Earth to. Umiikot-ikot kasi ang Earth. For example, Earth to. Umiikot-ikot na ng ganyan ng Earth. Ganyan. Pero at the same time, ang Earth, kunwari araw to. Umiikot ang Earth sa araw. And it takes 365 days for that to happen. To be exact, 365.25 days. Kaya nga may lunar year. Okay, so kaya nga may leap years. And kung yung revolution naman guys, when combined with Earth's 25-degree axial tilt is what causes the seasons. Kaya may seasons guys kasi ang Earth kasi is naka-tilt ng 23.5 degrees. Actually, sobrang useful yung mga information na to. Whichever hemisphere is tilted towards the sun at a given point in the orbit receives more direct sunlight and experiences summer, while the hemisphere tilted away receives more slanted, spread out sunlight and experiences winter. Okay? So, nagkaka-summer kapag nasa tapat ka ng sun. Kung naman nasa likod ka ng sun, ang na-experience mo is winter. This is an important point to correct, guys. The seasons are not caused by Earth's distance from the sun changing. That is one of the most common misconceptions in Earth's eye. Okay? Nangyayari yon dahil sa axial tilt, hindi dahil lumalayo ang Earth sa sun. Okay? So, dito naman tayo sa number 3, the motions of the moon. The motions of the moon. The moon completes one revolution around Earth roughly every 27.3 days. Okay? 27.3 days ang kailangan para mag-revolve ang moon sa Earth. Let's go the sidereal month. But guys, because Earth is also moving along its own orbit around the sun in the meantime, it actually takes 29.5 days, which is called a synodic month, for the moon to cycle through a full set of phases as seen from Earth. These lunar phases, new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, and waning gibbous, third or the last quarter, and waning crescent. So, ulihin yun, yung itsura nun. They result from the changing angle between the sun, Earth, and moon, which changes how much of the moon's sunlit half is visible from Earth. Ang mga eclipses occur when the sun, earth, and moon happen to align. Kapag nag-a-align ang sun, earth, moon. Baby, baby, you're my sun and moon. A solar eclipse occurs at new moon. Okay, solar eclipse guys, nangyayari yan sa new moon. Kapag yung moon, it passes directly between the sun and the earth. Diba? Sun to, ito yung moon, ito yung earth. Solar eclipse yun. Tapos, nabablock yung sunlight, syempre, ang lunar eclipse naman ganito. It occurs at full moon when Earth passes directly between the sun and the moon. So, ang Earth naman is yung nasa gitna ng sun and the moon. It casts its shadow onto the moon's surface, and eclipses don't happen every single month because the moon's orbit is tilted about 5 degrees relative to Earth's orbit around the sun. So, exact alignment is relatively rare. Rare lang, kaya nga kapag nagkaka-eclipse, diba, excited tayo. Kasi, uy, rare to, ganun. So, ayun, ito yung mga key concepts na meron tayo dito. And, ayan, meron din analogy and world examples, plus practice questions. Okay, that's it for this video. For our day 18, malapit na tayo matapos, guys. So, konting sikap na lang. So, ayun, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys. Bye-bye.